This is a story called The Parents Who Walked Away and Never Came Back. There's a young couple called Ellie and Mark who have 6 children, Xanthi, Xavier, April and Lawson, all aged 8, Rose aged 6 and Ruby aged 4. The parents, Ellie and Mark, cared more about running their businesses and living their own lives than they did about their kids. As far as they were concerned, the kids came last. The kids were left in the house alone to fend for themselves on a regular basis. One day, Ellie and Mark took the kids to school and told them that from now on they will have to take care of themselves because they didn't want to take care of them anymore. That night, when the kids came home from school, they were told to play outside and not to come in until bedtime. Whilst they were out playing, their parents packed their bags. The next day the kids got up and again their parents took them to school. When they walked away that day, they never came back to pick the kids up. The kids pretended that their parents were outside in their car and Xanthi pointed to a blue car. The school knew that Mark drove a blue car, so they let the kids go. However, when the kids got home, there was no sign of their parents. All of their clothes were gone. All what was left were the kids' clothes and a few of their toys. Thankfully, there was plenty of food in the fridge, freezer and cupboards. However, the kids were too young to be able to cook and look after themselves. Somehow they managed to get by. Every day they went to school and they never let on that they were living alone with no one to look after them because they didn't want to be taken into care and then separated. About a month after their parents left, the school noticed that the kids were turning up quite often, looking and smelling quite dirty. The school couldn't understand why because the kids were usually immaculate. The headmistress asked Xanthi, "Why are you and your brothers and sisters coming to school dirty? You're usually very clean." "Our parents left us a few weeks ago and we have no money, no food and no clean clothes," said Xanthi, crying. "Oh my God, you mean to say that you and your siblings have been looking after yourselves and living alone for weeks?" asked Mrs. Wilder, the headmistress. "Yes," said Xanthi, crying. "Why didn't you tell anyone?" asked Mrs. Wilder. "Because if we go into care we will be separated and we'll never see each other again," cried Xanthi. "It's okay, Xanthi, sweetheart. Nothing like that is going to happen. Do you have any other family who can take you in?" Mrs. Wilder asked Xanthi. "We have an Auntie Anne and Uncle Paul who live in York, but we don't know them because we've never met them," said Xanthi. Then Mrs. Wilder sent Xanthi to her class and then phoned the police, who came with social services. The kids were taken into care as a temporary measure until their auntie and uncle were contacted. When they were contacted, they agreed to take the kids. When they came to pick the kids up, they couldn't believe how dirty they were. They took the kids to live with them. The police tried in vain to find Ellie and Mark, but they couldn't find them. The kids settled in with their auntie and uncle and they were very happy there. They all settled into their new school and they were very happy there too. They got more love from their auntie and uncle than their parents had ever given them. They were always clean, smartly dressed and well fed. The police continued to search for their parents and they said they'd probably go to jail for quite some time. They weren't going to give up until they were found. When the kids first started at their new school, they were very scared that their Auntie Anne and Uncle Paul were going to walk away and never come back and they'd be alone again. Of course that never happened because they always came back, always. After the kids had been living with their auntie and uncle for about 4 months, their parents still hadn't been found. The kids were scared that they were going to come back and then walk away and never come back again. Anne and Paul had already had 6 kids of their own and they were very rich. They had to buy a bigger house to accommodate everyone, but they stayed in the same area so that the kids wouldn't have to change schools again. After the police had been searching for Ellie and Mark for almost a year, they had a breakthrough. Apparently they were living and working in Spain under new identities. Unfortunately for them, a former neighbour spotted them when she was on holiday in Spain. She contacted her sister, who also knew the couple, and she contacted the police. They were arrested and brought back to the UK. They were charged with child abandonment and neglect and sent to prison for 8 years each. Their parental rights were terminated, meaning that Anne and Paul were able to legally adopt the kids, which the whole family were very happy about. The quads, Xander, April, Xavier and Lawson are now in their first year of high school and are all doing really well. The other kids are still in primary school and are also doing really well. Thank you.